Right, everyone, welcome to another episode of the Team-Stirr Show, aka Stewart Talk, aka Borges in the Bunker, Borges in the Bunker, or some might even say to the Mr. Bad Guy Show. Maybe I should change it to that, Mr. Bad Guy Show. It all depends who's watching. But God bless you all. God bless this union. God bless America. Um, Let me read real quick the CYAs, get this out of the way so that we can get this show started. The facts, dates, and events presented in this video are from the members' best recollection and may not be fully accurate. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always consult your local union about your rights and duties at your workplace. The opinions shared on this video are my own, Daniel Borges, and do not necessarily represent my employer's position, strategies, or opinions. All views shared are protected under the National Labor Relations Act. All right, so God bless you guys. Welcome to another show. Before I get started, I definitely, there's a labor, kind of like a labor war going on. I don't like to use that word, but it is a problem, going against the working class. The rich want to make their billions. These greedy companies. What I'm referring to is, the United Auto Workers. I haven't been able to watch the news today to see any updates on that, but they went on strike, and they're not asking for anything crazy. They're asking for fair wages. They're asking for fair wages. And you got media out there who want to portray that, like, with our labor dispute that was solved, as if we should be ashamed of making decent money. Like, we should be ashamed of that. Now, some idiot posted out there a pay stub. They took a pay stub, they gave it to one of the news media, and they posted it out there like we're supposed to be ashamed of that. If that's so newsworthy, you media people that are making millions of dollars for just talking stuff that isn't really, newsworthy at times, why don't you post your pay stubs? Or even better, why don't you take our salaries, because it's so much money, why don't you take our salaries and live off of that? But your salaries are over 10 times what ours is. Like, we should be slaves, to billion-dollar corporations. And that's the ridiculous part. But, shout out to the union workers. Shout out to every worker out there, who are trying to get into a union. It's tough. It's tough. But everyone has to care. It can't just be one. But today was a union meeting. Of course, just in case I didn't, today is September the 17th, Sunday the 17th. And I'll post this after, when I'm done, as soon as possible. But today was a union meeting. This is a geek show. This is a geek union show that I'm about to do. I'm going to, talk about certain things that went on there, and, nothing too entertaining. The most entertaining thing was today an old man in a members only jacket. And the reason why I say, because listen, dude, when you're still wearing a members only jacket, you got to be really old. And some of you new guys are like, what is a members only? And that's exactly the point. So he approaches me like I know him or something, or I said something to offend him. And he says, I can't even remember what he says. You when you talk about me or do whatever, he mentioned some corny threat. And I honestly asked him, like, who are you? Who are you? And he goes, I'm somebody. And I said, well, okay, to me, you're nobody. Like, I don't know who you are. And I had to walk away from him, because that's what I need to do. And this is at the beginning. I'm just walking in to use the bathroom. Like it's just, it's pretty sad, dude. Listen, I'm not there to, I'm an old man too. I'm 50 years old, and I can't scrap the way I used to. And I'm not looking to either. But if you're looking for me to be quiet, it's not happening. You're looking for me to stop coming, it's not happening. So if you're being sent by the executive board to approach me and to start certain things, you're wasting your time, dude. You're really wasting your time. But that's about it. And besides, my brother Troy, he had a little outburst today about something he didn't agree with. Shout out to him. Never keeping silent. Always, speaking up for what he feels is right. And says what's on his mind. That's it. That's what union meetings are for. Not for ass kissing. There wasn't much of that today. Besides that, it was pretty. It was pretty normal business. It wasn't too crazy. So let me get started. Today we had a visit from Al Betts. He came to talk about our the healthcare for the retirees, people who are going to retire. Listen, if you're going to retire, 90 days before you retire, you need to call him, talk to him, because he's the one in charge. He's the one that put together this healthcare plan, and he's the architect of it. Okay, so he mentioned how when he first started it 7 years ago, it was at $400 million. Right now, it's at $3 billion. It's fully funded. I'm sure it's operating well. And as far as, I'm just talking about retirees, people who are going to retire, there's a lot of benefits to having this on your plan when you retire, because if you don't, you're going to be, whatever Medicare doesn't cover, is 20%. You're going to be, it's going to come out of your pocket. So in order for you to get, this plan that we have that has no cap, it has no cap. It's totally for the rest of your life. You need to make sure you sign up for it. You got to have Medicare Part A and B. You got to have those two things before you retire. And, one of the examples that he gave, if you went into hospital for something serious, you're retired, and you're left with a $40,000, 20%, $40,000. The most that will come out of your pocket if you have this healthcare that we have, which might be either $200 or $400 a month per family. The most you will put within the year out of your pocket will be $1,000. The rest that you're responsible for after that $1,000, this insurance plan will cover. So please prepare appropriately before you retire. Get this stuff done. You do have a grace period after, but I'm not even going to say it because people, don't get lazy with it. You gotta do it. Do it before you retire. Please, I encourage you. He also gave us his phone number. I'm not going to put it over the internet because it's the internet. So if you want it from me, reach out to me, reach out to a shop steward. Get Al Betts' number. I can get it to you. Like I said, I won't put it over the internet. I don't think it's appropriate. And it is what it is. So what else? As far as, let me see, because I'm winging it today, guys. It's not really much of preparation. Beneficiaries. Your beneficiaries for, that you need to sign so that if, God forbid, you died, this money that you'll get from the local, you need to fill out those cards, give the information of who the beneficiary is, because if you don't, it's a mess. So fill it out, send it back to them, sign it, take care of that. As far as what else? Let me see. That was that. Another topic that was brought up today that has to do with healthcare that we were talking to Al Betts about. Now, there's the issue with CVS. A lot of people are having issues that CVS has now become, how you could say, the gatekeeper of all drugs, of all the drugs that are administered to us. So if CVS feels that it's too expensive and you need to take another drug, you need to take that. Not what the doctor prescribed you, because, they're trying to save cost. And for some reason, listen, I don't agree with it. I do not agree with needing to be forced to use CVS as our distributor for our medications, when some people use other, and this is pertaining to if you have maintenance drugs, if you use them for high blood pressure, diabetes, stuff like that, you have to use it. Basically, you have to use it. You're forced to do it. This is what it is. You go outside of that, whatever CVS pays, they'll pay what they pay, but if it costs more in another pharmacy, you're going to pay the difference. They'll probably cover up to the first 3 prescriptions, but after that, you're on your own. And, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case before this, when we had this health plan. We used to be able to go to whatever, pharmacist we needed to. And the fact that now you have to use CVS is a problem. I don't agree with that at all. And he gave a scenario that if CVS wants to change a drug, approve a drug that they want you to take, other than what you received, your doctor's telling you to take, he's pretty much saying, oh, if they're giving me a different option, I'll take it, I'll try it. And listen, this is drugs we're talking about here. I don't agree with that. This is drugs, because you don't know what type of side effect you're going to have, whether this medication kills you. If you have a bad reaction, that leads you to die. Like, listen, the fund is $3 billion. It's well overfunded. Yes, we don't need to waste it like drunken sailors, but come on, that doesn't make any sense. So, and a lot of this has to do with, I'll get into it later, but that's what it is. You have any issue with your medications or any of the healthcare issues, you need to call Al Betts. Call him at the hall. Like I said, if you need his information, reach out to me, reach out to a shop steward to reach out. You can get in contact with me, any of you. So, Steward Talk 2022 at gmail.com. Steward Talk 2022 at gmail.com. You can also email me and I get out to you. So, another point of business, new business, retro checks should be the first week of October. We should be receiving them the first week of October. Let's get into this. The healthcare, the pension allocation. The last union meeting, I was told that you can go to your SPD and the company contribution should be in there. That was a lie. That's not in there. Okay. And so when I asked, I text the trustees, 3 of the trustees, Paul, Bob, and Chris, okay, on the 11th, and they refused to reply to me. And so Bob's answer to that, because that's why we need new leadership. Dude is like real incompetent. That's why we need new leadership. Oh, don't text us. You need to call us. Like, really? Like, it's that big of a deal for you to pick up the phone. Hey, Borges, I got your phone call. Really? And a lot of that is, so if you call, they could deny what you say. But I'm going to text you. And you don't call, you don't call. And I'll find other ways to deal with that. But this is the BS that we got to deal with. So now it's not in there. It's not written at all. Now he's saying you have to write to the plan. That's pretty amazing, because as I'm looking in the plan, it says you need to contact the trustees. And here goes the trustees. And all they're saying is, oh, well, we told you it. So we just need to take it at their word that this is what they're paying. It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous. This is how the show is being run. But that's why reform is needed, dude. And I'm going to keep crying for that. I'm going to keep crying for that to the top of the mountain. So that is that. As far as the healthcare, 50 cents was given to the healthcare. But because the other plans are only getting 25, they're only going to put in 25 cents toward the healthcare, and the other 25 cents is going to go into the pension. So it's 25 cents. So the issue with that is the pension is should be $13.66.6655, in change in cents. Let's just say it's $13.60. Now, the thing with that is that they're going to look at it every year. And so while if the healthcare continue to be funded, they could take up to the 50 cents, take the other 25 cents and put it all in there. And that's how you get your pension increases. Congratulations. No negotiation. This is what Bob meant a year ago when he said, "Oh, yeah, we took the pension, we took it out of the company's hands." That's how they take it out of the company's hands. They're going to take from our healthcare, which is overly funded, which is no issue. They're going to take from there, and that's how they're going to do. They're just going to move money around. It's stifling and moving around of money. It's a magic show. That's what it is. They're not really, I mean, this is what it is. This is what it is. And it's supposed to be acceptable. That's why when and if we ever get another pension raise, it needs to be asked, where is it coming from? That's why they had such a hard problem, with me asking that question over a year ago, when we got that $300. Of course, we know a lot of it came from our $1.50. Now that's gone. Who knows what else is saved from that? But now, money that's supposed to be going 50 cents into the healthcare, 25 of it is going to go into, why negotiate and why ask for extra money to it? I don't see what is the problem. But that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. This video is a little long. I think that is it. That's going to be it for today. Like I said, real quick summary. If you're going to retire, do it within 90 days. Notify everyone you need to notify. Make sure you get that Medicare Part A and B. Get that. Anything dealing with your health and medical, your CVS stuff, your medications, your doctor, anything interests you, need to call Al Betts. Reach out to me if you need his number. Like I said, I don't want to put over the internet. It's inappropriate. I don't even know if it's his personal number, but whatever it is, reach out to me, reach out to a steward, and we'll get you that number, or just call the hall directly. Ask for Al Betts. It's that simple. And one thing that I'm going to say that is going to upset a lot of people, it is going to upset a lot of people out there, is that JETS, Jets. Let's go beat them Cowboys. And let's do what the Giants couldn't do last week. At least let's get our defense is good for at least 7 points. But other than that, God bless you guys. God bless America. And thank you for coming. Have a blessed week. Everyone, please be safe. And I will talk to you soon. God bless. Good night.